Here's the schedule. I will basically let you all look over that, but each week we're covering one chapter with the exception of the week of October 17th. We are covering chapters 8 and 9. So for the most part, it's one chapter a week, very manageable, and the lecture that I do will incorporate outside material not in the book, and then also stuff from the reading. So the communication essay or meeting review, either one, is due October 17th. Please note October 10th, there's no class. The week of October 10th, rather. I'm going to be in California for a conference. So you guys get that week completely off as a gift to you. But that also means that the week of October 17th, your communication essay or meeting review is due, and I did that intentionally, so you will have that entire week to make sure that you can focus on that assignment and getting that done. And then finally, November 21st is the week of Thanksgiving, so there will be no class that week either. And then, of course, par for the course, November 28th week is when your personal growth presentation is due. Again, you've had the week before to prepare for that. So I'm trying to make sure that you have enough time in your busy lives to get some time to work on those things. The final exam will be online. It will be posted, and you will need to have it completed by December 5th at midnight. So you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of that exam week to complete that at any time. Okay, so the personal growth presentation, I've detailed that out for you. The planning guide is there. I'm not going to read it to you, but you can go over that, and if you have any questions right now, please feel free to contact me, but we will address that as the semester goes because this is a semester-long project, so you'll be doing it consistently throughout the semester. Hopefully. No procrastinating out there. Okay, presentation outline is there as well. So literally, and let me be clear about this. I am a very direct instructor. So I have given you outlines and guidelines for all of these assignments. So basically what I'm asking you to do is go through the outline that I've given you and answer those questions. I don't need you to interpret it. I don't need you to analyze it. I don't need you to go off on your own tangent. If you answer the questions of what I'm asking, you will do well on the assignments. The students that struggle in this course are the ones that kind of just do what they think I want without following the guidelines given and the outlines given. So I've been very intentional. Number one, the introduction section. The A, B, C, D, and E is what I want you to cover in the introduction section. So please just go step by step through that outline and answer those questions, and you will do well on the assignments. So you will have introduction in philosophy, skills, and summary. That will cover your presentation. Here is the details of the communication essay. Again, there's an outline for you. So answer 1 through 5. That's what I'm asking for. The meeting review and summary. Again, the components of the written report. This is what I want. And if you choose to do the meeting summary, please be aware you will need to have permission to attend the group. So the permission slip is at the bottom of the syllabus, and you just fill that out and have them sign it. And then you can scan that to me or email it to me so that I know that you've been given permission to attend. A lot of groups are protective of identities and, their confidentiality. So I just want to make sure that you are authorized to go and you don't just show up and say, oh yes, I'm a student and I have to sit in. We want to be respectful that that may not be taken well. So you'll need to have it signed that you are able to attend. And that is the syllabus. So the only other thing that I want to say is I'm very excited about this. This is the first time I've taught this online, so I'm looking forward to the journey and how this is going to unfold as we learn about things. And I had a student, I usually, when I'm teaching in front of a classroom, I say, why did you choose to take this course? And I actually had one student say, oh, well, it was talking about relationships, and I just thought it would help me, date or, do better in my relationships when I'm interested in dating. And it was kind of funny because I thought, that's not what this course is geared for, but interestingly, every relationship that you have will benefit from this course. because while it's framed in a counseling framework, because technically I'm a counselor and I'm coming at this from a counseling background, but human relationship skills, I mean, we interact with human beings all day, every day. We have family relationships, we have friend relationships, we have significant other relationships, we have work relationships, we have school relationships. So all of these relationships are so important to us and so pervasive in our lives. I mean, we talk and we communicate all day long. So it's exciting to think that throughout this semester we learn to do it more effectively and to be more, appropriate in our communication and more aware of our communication. And you will be blown away at how many things you go, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense, and I've never thought of it before, or I've never considered it before. Students have really been positive about how it has changed relationships with their children and their parents and their friends. And so I'm looking forward to hearing those stories from you as well, and maybe you can share that in your portfolio, your presentation, or you can share that in your posts. So please, share and be open so that we can learn from each other and grow, and maybe something that you have insight on helps other people. So please don't feel that you need to be reserved or hold back with what you're learning and what you're experiencing, because it's important. So thank you so much, and I will see you on Lecture 1.